You can see the pain in his face, Vince.
Oh.
You know, he wants to lay it down, but just curiosity is killing him here. What could Alan Gearing have? He didn't bet on the flop. He didn't raise him on the turn. All of a sudden, the 3 of clubs pops up on the river, and now the guy's going to raise me?
Here you go. I just want to see what you have.
Oh, there it
Well,
is.
he says, I'm just curious. I want to see what you have.
You're going to hate yourself in the morning, Nemo.
Well, Vince, I'll say one thing about Alan Gearing. He is an extremely unorthodox player, especially one who's at the top tier of players in the world. And folks, if you want to have some fun and watch some guys that play some different style poker, you got it tuned into the right show tonight on the World Poker Tour with Alan Gearing and J.C. Tran at the table.
He is one of the greats, Alan Gearing.
Lens makes me nervous. I feel like there's a peeping Tom there. My name is Alan Gearing. Some people think I'm a professional poker player, but for me, I still view it as a hobby. I won the first WPT championship at Bellagio.
Alan has won his championship.
It does seem like ancient history. You know, it's not easy to make these final tables. Those big sunglasses have been retired. They're on my mantle now. If they up the buy-in to $50,000, I will bring them out of retirement.
Alan Gearing is one of a kind. He's very dangerous. You can never put the guy on a hand.
I'm all in.
He's not afraid to put the money in the middle.
So that's going to end the tournament for Alan Gearing.
I don't want it to end the same way it did in Paris. On the other hand, I don't want to just sit there with a stable chip stack and end up getting ground down at the end and getting 4th place. So my prediction is I will come in either 1st place or 6th place.
What a brilliant poker player, Alan Gearing. You know, I always thought, though, if they ever needed a 3rd replacement for the Darren, for the husband on Bewitched, Alan would be the guy. Okay, and with that, it's going to be on Daniel Quach, who has ace-8 this time.
And he's in first position, opts to fold.
Back on the fishy that could. Nemo, he's got queen-5 this time.
He's going to lay it down. Steve Simmons quickly laying down queen-7.
Around to our man, J.C. Tran. He's got big slick ace-king.
Well, he's got a hand this time, Vince.
All in.
And he's going all in with it.
Well, he's short-stacked. Michael Wool goes out with his jack-9, but Alan Gearing's got a good hand. King-jack of clubs.
735.
Well, Vince, we haven't seen him throw a hand away yet in the big blind when somebody's raised it.
Put in
but
80.
here, J.C. Tran's putting in over $500,000. Do you really want to call with king-jack of clubs here?
Well, J.C. Tran has been chipped away like a Michael Jackson nose this evening, and this is his last shot. He's got a good hand.
Okay, I call.
And look at this, Alan's calling it.
JC's got him dominated here. It's ace-king versus king-jack.
And Alan's going to need some of Samantha's help to get this past this one.
Well, he is.
King-jack of clubs. He's on the button, he has ace-king, you know?
But one thing for sure, if you're learning nothing else tonight, folks, you're not learning. Unless you want to get played with, don't raise Alan Gearing when he's in the big blind.
Clubs, clubs.
J.C. Tran, everything backfiring. Finally, he's in a spot where he can double up in a nice way.
If he wins this pod, he'll have over $1 million in chips and be right back in the thick of things here.
If he should get unlucky, he would be our 6th place finisher. Here's the flop. So far, so good for J.C. Tran. Queen-7 deuce on the flop.
Put a 10 out there, make it interesting.
Alan Gearing staying a very good sport, smiling.
Ace would be more interesting, right? I don't want an ace either.
10 is better than a jack.
Well, he's going to have to catch a jack or 2 running cards to make a straight to win this pot.
An ace.
And there comes the 4 of clubs.
So Alan down to a 2-outer to eliminate J.C. Tran.
So JC in great shape to double up. Let's see if he can dodge the jack.
Got to sweat one more card. Here it comes.
Yep, it's a deuce.
He's done it.
Well, JC gives his fans the fist. Feeling a little better about himself right now.
You know, there's a lot of money at stakes. We should sit there and just appreciate the fact that we are very fortunate to be able to do this for a living. When I go out and I see how hard some of these other college kids are working, they bust their butt making $10, $15 an hour. I feel really fortunate to be able to play poker.
J.C. Tran finally having the big hand hold up.
Nice hand, JC.
still remain at the LA Poker Classic. Stay tuned. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
The cash games in Commerce are incredible. They're the best games in the world.
It's a poker room that's for everyone, from the small limit player on up to the largest players in the world. It's industrial-sized poker. Our card room is huge.
There's a lot more players playing in the Commerce than anywhere else.
You can take a gas station jockey, you can take a brain surgeon, you can take a movie star,
He owes $18.50.
or you can take somebody's grandma. And all things breaking even at a table, anyone can learn to play poker and anyone can win.
Hello and welcome back to the LA Poker Classic at the Commerce Casino, where 6 players remain and the antes and blinds are going up. Antes will be $15,000. The blinds are going to be $60 and $120 grand.
And folks, if you like watching poker, you gotta love watching Alan Gehring play poker, because he is unorthodox, he is tough, and if anybody thinks they can read this guy, forget about it. They're telling you a lie.
All right, well, the chip leader now, Daniel Quach, with about 3.7. His turn to act. He has Jack Deuce this time.
Lays it down. Nemo looks down at King 4 offsuit. The abandoned ship.
Steve Simmons with a 3-5 of diamonds. And now J.C. Tran with the button and an ace-6 in his hand.
Well, he's got the ace high on the button, but he's also got Alan Gehring in the big blind. That's a tough man to move.
300.
But he has gone up to $300,000.
Well, a healthy bet here by J.C. Tran with the ace high, $300,000.
Michael Wu, very conservative so far tonight with Queen 8.
Trying to get it.
He goes out.
Well, round to Mr. Action Man himself, Alan Gehring. He's got Jack 9 of spade. You know he's going to love this hand, Vince.
That's a big hand for Alan.
Well, it certainly is. He quickly calls with it. So we got a pot already that's got $750,000 in it. And the same 2 guys going at it again. The 2 fastest players at the table, Alan Gehring and J.C. Tran.
There's the flop. It's Queen 9-5. Alan getting a piece of that with the 9s. He checks.
He's flopped middle pair, 2 9s, and checks. J.C. Tran checks right behind him this time.
No more trust between these two. Here comes the turn.
Well, it's a 9, and again Alan Gehring makes 3 9s in a hand. Now you would think he would check again and try to trap J.C. Tran, but not Alan Gehring. He's going to lead right out, and he can get away with this, folks, because nobody ever thinks he has anything. So he gets paid off.
And J.C. says no mas. He can't possibly stick around. So Alan Gehring getting a little revenge here. Back from J.C. Tran.
Stay alive.
His stack of chips never remain the same like some players. It either goes up or they go down.
Well, after 5 days and 693 players, we still have 6 players remaining, going for the close to $2.4 million first prize.
Alan Gehring going for his 2nd World Poker Tour title tonight. Everybody else going for their first.
Action on the man originally from Sweden, now living in Cyprus. Nemo looks at ace-4 spades.
And he's just going to limp in with the ace-4 spade, Vince.
Steve Simmons quickly folding.
And J.C. Tran, he's got ace-5 of diamonds on the short stack. He's putting it all out there.
There it is. Michael Wu with King 3 right behind him with the button. Says no.
Now, Alan Gehring has got ace-10, but quickly folds it, Vince. He had J.C. dominated here and laid his hand down.
Yes, he did. Daniel Quach lays down his Jack 9 back on Nemo. Does he want to call the remainder?
Well, Vince, there's over $800,000 in the pot. Cost him $300,000 more to call here.
Not good.
Nemo, not in the best place. Ace-4, he would be up against ace-5.
Well, he's not dominated like you would think, because many times in this situation, it would be a split pot when one guy has ace-5 and the other guy has ace-4.
It's terrible. I gamble.
Well, he's making the call.
Well, again, J.C. Tran all in. Must win this pot to stay alive. Over $1.1 million in the pot. And right now, Alan Gehring saying, geez, I should be in there. I had both these guys beat. I had ace-10.
Well, J.C. Tran in a good place to double up.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We're coming back with the conclusion of this hand in just a moment. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. J.C. Tran going over the top with his short stack. He is all in with ace-5 up against Nemo, who's called it with ace-4 spades.
J.C. Tran's tournament life on the line right now. Let's see if his ace-5 holds up. Oh, it's got 5-5 queen. And J.C. shoots his arms up. His fans cheer. He is in great shape right now to double up. So the only way Nemo can win this pot is to backdoor a straight or backdoor a flush.
Just a thing of beauty for J.C. Tran, flopping a set. The sickened Nemo saying, why did I put that extra money in?
Well, if by chance it comes ace-ace or queen-queen, they would split the pot. But it can't come ace-ace because Alan Gehring folded one.
Nemo tilting in many ways right now if you look at him.
Well, the jack of diamonds comes off.
Yep.
So Nemo drawing dead here.
The fishy is going to feed the Tran. J.C. Tran taking down another pot. You know, he was the chip leader. He has struggled all night, but he is surviving.
Anytime you double up, you're feeling good. So J.C. Tran getting back in the hunt. Action's going to be on Nemo.
39-year-old from Cyprus. Right now, he's got king-queen in his hand. He says all in.
Well, he's pulling the trigger here with the king-queen.
Steve quickly folding, and now J.C. Tran with ace-6 goes out. Michael Wu going out, and now Alan Gehring. He's got ace-queen of clubs.
Could you count it down?
And he is counting them down.
Well, Phil Ivey seemingly loses all his money on the World Poker Tour final tables with ace-queen.
That's right.
But let's see what Alan Gehring's going to do with his ace-queen.
He'd love to break this man, Nemo. Take him out.
Well, Alan, a big favorite, but little does he know it.
695. Okay, I call.
And yes, he is going to call it.
He's doing it. He's made the call.
Right behind him, Daniel Quach with an irrelevant 10-5 offsuit goes away.
Boy, and poor Nemo is not going to like it, Vince. There's a good chance the fish will be sleeping with the fishes after this hand.
King-queen. Nemo has king-queen. It looks like queen jack. Ace-queen.
Oh, and Nemo looking very disappointed as he sees he's up against ace-queen.
Well, right now, the fish on the line, Vince. He's got to squirm off the line if he wants to stay alive in this tournament. These are the two retired businessmen, both very well off. They're shooting for $2.4 million more tonight. The largest regular season first prize in the history of the World Poker Tour, and Nemo's tournament life on the line.
Here comes the flop.
Oh, what a flop for Nemo. He's flopped the top two pair.
Unbelievable.
He has moved into a big favorite position now.
Alan looking stunned.
Well, Alan's going to have to catch an ace or a running jack 10 to make it straight to win this pot. So all of a sudden, Nemo, having only a 30% chance to win this pot, now is nearly a 90% favorite to win it.
Here's the turn card. It's a 3 of diamonds. That is good for Nemo.
Well, it sure is. Alan Gehring must catch an ace on the river to win this pot and knock Nemo out of this tournament.
You go, little fishy. Shake off that hook. Last card coming up. Will he survive? Yes, he does.
Well, the 9 of diamonds comes off. Nemo the fish getting very lucky right there. We still have 6 players left. Nobody wants to leave this table.
Well, we finally had a bad beat today, and we know who took it.
Hey, is it always like this, Alan?
He is delighted.
Don't mess with the little fish.
Most players associate Alan Gehring with putting bad beats on players, but here's a case where he took the bad beat, Vince.
Well, Mike, the antes and blinds are going up. $20,000 antes. And the blinds at this point will be a very hefty 100 and 200,000.
That means it's going to cost these players $420,000 to play one round of poker right now. You're going to see a lot of move-in bets now.
Action on Daniel Quach.
He looks down at King 5 offsuit, lays it down. Round to Nemo. He looks down at ace 7 of clubs. He just doubled up the last hand.
1.2.
And he's going all in right here.
Yes, he is. Steve Simmons behind him throws away 10-9. J.C. Tran has big slick. He's gone all in over the top. Michael Wu out, Alan out.
Well, J.C. Tran is going to love it. He's in a dominating position. Action galore here.
I feel it's over this time.
Good luck, Nemo.
Well, Nemo goes over, shakes his hand. We saw Nemo get lucky and stay alive a minute ago against Alan Gehring.